What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. We've got a raid on a relatively new map. Might not have been seen on the channel yet, so I'll have to double check and make sure if that's true or not. But there's a bunch of stolen Warner Braun loot. We're up against a street gang. There's an optional Matrix host here. Of course, we get no base pay unless we get a bunch of kills. And we're spawning near the middle, which definitely seems a little bit scary. What's nice is it's like a pretty advantaged position. Like, we can fight from high ground here and get quite a few kills. Worth noting, this is a hacked blue door, or hackable blue door mission where you can go and acquire the blue key from pre-mission leverage. It costs 20k, and it basically gives you a guaranteed no enemy spawn route through the map. The unfortunate thing is, we spawned, well, I didn't buy it anyway, but the unlucky thing could have been that we spawned in a spot where it wouldn't have mattered anyway, which I think is kind of funny. So anyway, we've got an exit down here. We've got an exit up there. Worth noting that we've got a Matrix host over here. We've also got a gold key room. We did buy this, by the way. And it's got a loot-only Matrix host, as well as some lock boxes that we can get. So we get 4 boxes in a Matrix host with the gold key, which is going to be kind of nice. Because we're in the middle, we get a lot of info around the map itself. I pretty clearly want to start here so I can use this to basically get my hacker going right away. There's no reason to like run down here, grab loot, and then go to this host. I don't think there's a reason why I would. So the plan is run up this way, knock these guards down, grab this box, start the host, claim sort of this area, and then once the hacker's done, run over here, loot this, do the next host, use probably rewind, come down here. There's basically only one box left over here, so like once we get up these laser gates, you know, someone steps over and they're done. That's going to be pretty straightforward. 8 boxes, 2 hosts, the one of which, of course, is locked behind the gold key. Worth noting, by the way, that this would have been a map that only had 4 boxes if we didn't buy the gold key. I don't know exactly how the loot system works. I had for a little while tried to take notes, but they were under somewhat incorrect assumptions, so I don't really have good data on if fewer boxes means the loot is more condensed or not. I only know like a little bit of how the like underlying loot system works. Regardless, whatever. I'm gonna try to ignore a lot of these guards for as long as I can. I'm gonna be power level 8 for a decent amount, but we are getting power level 4 versions of like XP and loot quality and regular pay as it would be. Okay, so tactical surge, of course, for the start. Do want to turn off this landmine. And I'm going to have to turn this one off as well. Now, one version of events is to play incredibly loud and force reinforcements because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guards known on the map. And I'll bet you it'll take quite a bit to get more to spawn and get reinforcements. And I'm thinking about the fact that I want... This is not actually 75k, by the way. It's going to be rounded down by difficulty settings. It's going to be 37k. It's like, do I want to incur a little bit of risk for 37k? The answer is kind of yes, right? Like, I'm not really worried about the combat here. I don't think I need to be anyway. But, yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm otherwise worried about is if this guy runs into him, we're going to be really sad on my hacker. And so there's like a little bit of annoyance where this guy has to kind of play the start of this mission out. Because if I... Actually, no, if he yields, we're chilling. Okay, I take it back. I was being silly. Actually, I still griefed a little bit. Anyway... I'm going to throw down an early JTAC because we're going to fight some of these guys from here. So let's throw it like this, which means we can clearly get line of sight on him and then, you know, shoot the rest of these guards. So this should be functional. Still going to yield, though. I'm going to throw down coordinated charge. And part of me really wants to go loud here. Part of me says, no, you should just pistol. I don't know the right answer. I think just dropping all the bodies means we're going to at least create escalation long term. And because of having to go for 2 hacks, I think we'll get reinforcements no matter what. And so I'm going to play it... quiet. Maybe that's wrong, but that's how I'm feeling right now. So this is going to be a good line of sight into you. So let's just take the shot because it's actually relatively clean. Yeah, not the most damage. I think power level 8 gave them a pretty solid armor bump here. Big crit, which means you get exactly 1 shot with savagery. And that's how good savagery is. It was a stealth crit, of course. But, yeah, for my 1 action point, I got a bunch of crit damage and, like, not quite doubled my damage output. Seems good. Yeah, savagery's great. Getting the duration increase makes it 3 times as good, basically. Because it would have been on for the entire next turn. I would have gotten a ton of kills. Anyway. Hacker, of course, wants to hack. No matter what I do, I won't have the AP, so there's not like anything too scary about, you know, trying to turn off the device here first or whatever. So drop that so I can run forward. I'll have +1 move point next turn from coordinated charge, so I'm not too worried about this one. Looks like no camera's going to see me no matter what. I will easily make this host with, you know, full normal AP next turn. That's not going to be a problem. One thing I do want to try is some amount of action point maxing. And so what I'm going to look for here is, yeah, I'm going to send him relatively far. So I'm going to start here. Unfortunately, this thing is kind of annoying. It's going to block, like, my visibility. But I'm going to start you here. You're going to kill in 4 shots, aren't you? Well, if he crits, he will. If he doesn't crit, it's fine. But what I kind of want to do is, you like, run a bit far and end his turn. So that he has sap. So that, and the reason why, yeah, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to shoot twice. And the odds of him killing are very, very low. Okay, it's still almost impossible because now it's not a stealth crit. Okay, cool. So now that everyone's turn is done, they're going to gain the buff next turn. Which is, and the buff is steamroll, right? When my Sabonite goes and gets a kill, unless I really grief something somehow, which shouldn't be happening, but you never know. I've been known to grief. That should be fine. There's like no way I don't get this kill in like that number of attacks. There's actually a bug where I'm gonna have 2 move points per target. That is not what I'm trying to get here. That's not intended. But it seems like sometimes movement point buffs like a double stack on the next turn for some reason. I'm sure they can fix that. I reported it already. They know. But anyway, yeah, what I'm allowed to do here is carry the move speed and move point buff into the next turn, which I think is going to be very effective because now we can like cover a lot of distance. We can get through here. We can. I don't think my hacker's in range to off this camera, so that's not going to be real. But whatever, we'll trigger it. I don't care. Actually, this laser bar is going to be really annoying, and we don't turn it off because we only turn off mines with this. Okay, we're going to take a bunch of stress. Well, not stress, but we're going to take some annoyance triggering these laser wires. They all have enough HP. No, he doesn't. He would take stress. Crap. He's going to fight for the middle then? I guess we... Wow, I didn't think about the laser wires actually being a real impedance, but they kind of are. Alright, whatever, we'll figure it out. Either way, my team is away from the middle, so we should be relatively safe. You're patrolling up, but you're not patrolling at me yet. You should be staying where you are. Yep, makes sense. I'm surprised he looks middle and not out, but whatever. You're too far. And that's the turn being over. Looking for interference to tally. Yep, sure. Alrighty, a lot of boot points on my hacker that he can't really use. I should, before I do this, I should actually go and turn off this this laser wire. It's correct to do so. So if I go somewhere like this, that should pretty clearly be in range that I can still walk back and it's going to be okay. It's not the most AP efficient, but I think it needs to be done. Realistically, this is like too important for my team. And by the time he's done hacking, which will be in about 3 turns, like he'll be okay. So I use the move points effectively. I downed 1 AP from the actual action. That's fine. Here's the host. We've got a data fortress here. We've got a financial fortress down there. I will have to go through the CPU and the SPU to make this happen. So I will choose to go to the right and then down. We'll load all the normal things. I don't... I'll want spoof no matter what, right? Because I will probably get 1 escalation at some point. So this seems fine. Yellow host, 40 tally per escalation. This all seems very reasonable. I should load... honestly, I should load all of it. I should load decoy. I should load disarm. Tally per action is not as bad. We'll take that 1 second. Scan for more stuff. Looks all pretty similar. AP, tally. First escalation got blocked as expected. Load this here. Knock that down. Scan. This actually might be playable. Since there's only 1 active ice, the traps might be useless. Yeah, the trap is exit the node, so I can just do it in a normal way, and it's totally fine. Which is actually pretty hype. So everything drops. CPU will be next. That'll be no problem at all. Once we go through doing this, I'll make sure I load Scapegoat. And yeah, I'll Scapegoat, I'll double null op. I'll remind myself afterwards, or at least when I get the chance to. It might take a bit because of just all the pathing kind of requirements. I'm not going to be in range of my Cyber Knight, and I want to get the null op charge back. I don't have to spike CPU, but it just makes things easier because I'm going through the node anyway. Worth noting that on orange hosts, you really do need the second damage bump on null op. So depending on your difficulty settings, you do need to get the 4th upgrade. Orange hosts tend to be able to tank it if they're ice high rolls on health and you low roll on damage. And you don't really want to have to like load stuff like in the face of the ice. All right, so are we able to go for an aggressive kill here? Like if I run out and try to kill this guy, is this acceptable? I have to go really far to be able to see that guy, so that's not going to happen. But I'm also not sure when his roll actually happens. Right? I'm not sure when he's going to be able to fight. And so, like, I've still got another turn here, right? Like, I can run past the camera. In fact, I guess I would want to not trigger the pressure sensor, so I'd want to go, like, here. Right? If I go to, like, this, I can reload, shoot the pistol twice, and that's acceptable. Have my Cyber Knight grab stuff, have my sniper run across, and then get to, like... I mean, not that far, actually. Sniper's going to have to run through this, which is going to be unfortunate. I don't want to send my hacker to do it. My sniper's going to be really annoyed. He's going to have to follow my hacker around, I guess. I think you're going to stand still. There's nobody over here. Yeah, I think we're trying to preempt this guy, and I think it'll be okay. Okay, so here's a consideration, right? If his patrol path actually goes into me, I'm very, very sad, and I get spotted and life is pain. That's a little bit unlikely, which means this like running in and trying to kill him as soon as possible is like just entirely unneeded. I think that's actually more likely true. That I don't have to be too afraid here, so I'm going to hit my delay. This might magnet, we'll see. Cool if it does. Hype. We save 1 action point. We're now getting some level 4 armor blueprints. I did use leverage to inject files into this map, by the way, so we're going to get some more... we're going to get some files that we can start selling for cash, which would be kind of nice. Okay, well, nice that he has a ton of move speed. Means we can get him pretty far in this turn. I'm going to have him preempt marker sites here. Because I know we're going to kill this guy eventually, so let's do it. Have you hit a yield? Oh, wait, no, he's out of action points, right. Okay. So, were we correct to let this guy animate? Yes, he's doing nothing this turn. Okay, it's fine then. I'm not in range, I don't need to rewind anyway. It's totally okay. I maybe should have had this guy move, actually. I think he's a little bit too far towards this dude, and that could be scary. Let's see, can I check? No. Okay, I want to be safe here and let you go a little bit earlier, because I probably shouldn't have delayed it the way I did. So, I had to waste a talent because I didn't want to risk this guy. That's on me for screwing up, but it is what it is. From here, he should be safe. I think this patrol path's not going to be far enough anymore. But, okay, you're actually turning back. That's not what Look Ahead said, but whatever. He's still in an okay spot. I mean, that guy might see the corpse, but it's whatever. Yeah, you'll totally see the corpse. All right, we have 2 guards to kill. You move over there, so you're actually not a danger to me. Fine. Do I think this guy is killable this turn? It's a little dangerous. I don't know what you're doing either. You're running down there, makes noise. I wouldn't get seen. Okay, I think the plan is actually, let's, like... Okay, it says you're still going that way, so I'm hopefully going to be safe, but... I mean, you're not going to go that far, are you? Your initiative roll's really good. Whatever. I'm going to say let's go ahead and run the team forward, and we should be okay. Actually, oh, shoot, you know what? No, the camera seeing me makes this not correct. I actually don't even have a guaranteed good initiative roll, so actually... Yeah, depending who gets sent, this could be a problem. You're at 14, though. I don't think you're going to run forward. I think we're going to be okay, but I should actually... Yeah, I should have this guy behind the wall, because I forgot that we're triggering this camera this turn, which means we're going to get guards moving my direction, and I don't want to deal with that, so... I'm going to be appropriately scared. We get our free loot. Okay, great. Yep, let's stand behind some cover. Let's look ahead to some of the other guard movements that I would care about. So if the AI talks to you, I will know. Also, okay, we know you're running away now. That's good news. But again, this guy's not really killable on the number of AP I have, so we're not going to bother yet. If I had all the upgraded pistols, like if my whole team was rocking sure shots, I'd feel better about it, but that's not where we are. So we're done here. There we go. So you've been sent. Okay. I'm kind of glad I hid. Okay, Chi and Muo. Or Kai, I guess. So, yeah, you've been sent, and you've been sent, but you're so far away that I don't really care. Alright, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, 2 boxes down. 4 to go there, and then... Right, these 2 right here. Okay. Again, I don't think there's a reason to rush this. We should actually let this guy use up his turn and be kind of useless and get out of his vision. Should let you turn around so you don't see this corpse. All that would be beneficial. I am tempted to Alpha Strike this guy. I'm tempted to do it. I think... I don't know. I'm... You don't turn till 14. Actually, would you even... Honestly, like, I think the game is lying about your vision cone. I think you can't see anything. Yeah, there's no way you can see this. Okay. We're just gonna shoot this guy. Right, my entire team's gonna get to go. Right, we're all going ahead of your initiative order. I think we just fight this guy. I think it's fine. That crit's really nice. I gotta say, having a ton of crit chance with stealth pistols, you know, the odds of just, like, dealing triple damage on shot 1... makes it nice. That's for sure true. Alright, so we load Scapegoat, so we get a little bit less screwed by Ice dying. We lose some protection health, that's fine. Spike the CPU, we're chilling. Load some of everything so we can deal with this stuff. Download an account, connection any action. We get some accounts, we feel good about it. Let's go back up toward the top. We're going to load everything because we're going to have to use everything. There's like no way we don't. AP and connection use has to go in this direction. I'd actually, it's probably correct to go to the top because I'm going to take an active escalation if I don't go this way, so it's just correct. AP, then tally. Unfortunately, you know what? I'm going to risk that this is not going to be annoying. So exit, and block download access. Well, I can just go here and load in its face. Grab this. A little bit of escalation's fine. Unfortunately, AP is a little bit awkward here, so I can't quite be done. So I've got to wait around here. I'll also want to scan and knock down this later as well. Drop down all the mines. I don't need to drop the mines, but... Actually, I'll think about it. I might not need to do anything there. Well, again, I'll think about it. So, you're done. You'll be done during your 3rd turn, and then I'll rewind you when there's time. Down you go. And this guy just can't see the corpse. There's no way. Yeah, that thing is just way too tall. So that means everyone else can yield. We can let this guy run past. There is some risk you get seen, but I think it's very unlikely. Yep, he just ran. You're running up as well. I don't care about you. We'll let you turn. Great. You're not really turning that far, but whatever. You are going to be catching up to my hacker at some point. That's going to be a little annoying. I think we can still play around it some, but... also, I mean, I just know that we want a bunch of kills right now. Actually, the fact that you're right there makes this pretty playable. So I think let's marker sights you, and then just to be able to deal with recoil, I'm going to go for the reload first and then shoot twice. I don't have to do it that way, but actually another option is just go full auto here, right? So this is actually a really, I think, a pretty decent time for going loud. The downside is that he's going to... okay, here's what I'm thinking, right? If I go loud, I don't think I can kill both of them, because only these 2 have action points left. And so the question is, like, do I want to let this guy hear a bunch of gunfire and trigger a security escalation? Because if we don't make any noise, we're not getting escalation until next turn. And so I'm feeling like let's delay the escalation until we're going to get it anyway from passive tally, which is going to guarantee it next turn. And that'll be the time where we're like, okay, I don't care how much noise we make because it just won't matter. Okay, so this is telling me that I can shoot him without getting seen, which would surprise me because I'm pretty sure vision is always fair. Nope, I get to be hidden here. Neat. Well, I mean, I'm hunted, so it doesn't really count. Hunted versus alerted doesn't count as stealth, but... we get a nice crit. And then, yeah, Steamroll's not back yet until I think next turn. So next turn we can get a bunch of fun by getting a kill and printing move speed to my team, which I'll try to have my Cyberknight get the kill here. That should be very, very doable. Alright, so they're still just searching for Tally. Lambda's been sent because a new person ran through the camera. That makes sense. There's them. Yeah, I will have everything else back relatively soon. Okay, let me see. Do I even want to knock the mines down? I don't really think I do. My hackers aren't running through here. No one else is going to run through there either, so I don't care about this. So I'm going to simply take the download. And then if you exit by disconnecting, doesn't matter. I think I don't want to hack the APU. I mean, nuking everything's going to be tough as it is, so nah. Let's disconnect. And I can basically just run towards this exit here. Yeah, I can run through everything, which honestly, not a real downside since we're going to get an escalation anyway. And more guards being sent is totally fine. In fact, I think it's totally reasonable. So we'll just go in as straight a line as possible. Have you stand right here. You're going to trigger both the camera and the motion sensor. Don't care. Next turn you can packet loss if the Cyber Knight can't. And we'll run you up to this. Alright, well, you've been sent. You're just hunting. You're useless now. Okay. Don't want to preempt you. Great. Tactical Surge is back. Wonderful. That's going to actually be really nice because Code is going to be buffed by Tactical Surge. On the same turn, he's going to get all the move speed buffs from other sources. So that's going to be really positive. Obstructed is kind of annoying. Max range is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's hard to get range and then also have a clean shot here. Like, this is acceptable. I will stand here, but I'm not going to actually shoot yet because I want the other buffs down so that she can guarantee get the kill and put down Steamroll. So I'm going to have her delay. I figure JTAC's fine. We're getting another one back relatively soon. And then, yeah, I can just kind of run here, and it doesn't really matter how we do it because no one else can get the gunfire, so... Great, that crit's pretty good, actually. So I'm going to have him spend his action points now so that he can get Steamroll during the next turn. Great, yep, that seems fine. Cool, you can get Steamroll on a more important turn, that's good. For Raze, I'll take Steamroll now because he'll use it to run forward and like open the gold door and stuff. I think it's a reasonable turn for this to happen, so let's yield you. Gonna have no problem getting a kill with the Cyber Knight. There's Steamroll, we buffed the squad. We should have gotten all 4. It did, yep. And then, honestly, this camera sees us, I don't care, right? We're already escalating this turn, so like getting more escalation doesn't matter at all. I mean, it can, to be honest, like, what your security level is, it actually is relevant, but you can't get more than one escalation in a turn, so it's like, if you're going to get this tally anyway, you should get it in a turn where you're going to escalate. There we go. So here's our gold key first book. Looks pretty solid. Run across for the second. Also, honestly, pretty solid. This will be worth a lot, by the way. Legendary files are worth a ton. And it's level 4, so it's like 40% more from level, or 30% more from level, and 4x from being legendary. So very, very good. 5Ks, whatever. Some of these are going to sell for like a little bit. But looking pretty solid. And then I'm going to path this way. I think it's like technically correct, because that way we get to go diagonal and then get out, you know, from the side we're kind of leaving on. A lot of tally. Again, we're getting escalation anyway, doesn't really matter. Drugs we can sell, some crafting mats. We are starting to go into crafting, so actually getting these gold cubes is pretty decent. Here's our escalation. We get reinforcement, which is a good thing, because we want kills. Ooh, okay, looks pretty spicy. I'm seeing a street bender. Oh yeah, Slaga is another one of the upgraded enemy types. We're getting a lot of tally from everything else. This guy had the first initiative. Oh boy. Yep, he got kind of close. Did not think about that one. Thankfully we're safe, but the guy was pretty close to vision. So we can see what we got here, right? Level 8 Wildfire. Slaggers are scary because they have pretty decent grenades that deal good damage and also drop my armor. If my armor is shredded, I go from 60% reduction to 20% reduction, which is quite scary. Now, realistically, as long as this person is actually safe, and I might just like run back here to kind of help that be true, I don't expect to get ambushed by these guys, so I can let them go. Now, the one scary thing is actually I need to yield so that my initiative is not 8, so that I can go after you. That's like quite relevant, actually. No matter what, I'm dropping this laser wire. But I'm going to delay again because there's no reason to run into this clearing when I want, you know, when I can like know what these guys are doing in the first place. There's like basically no reason to rush here. So you can chill. You going at 6 is tough because... Nah, you going at 6 is fine. He's still going to go before these two. And they're the primary killers, so he can wait and then throw down buffs once we know what's going on. Coordinated charge, it would be nice to buff more of the team, so I'm going to try to do that. If I run to here, I can at least catch the sniper. That's good enough. Not catching the hacker is a little bit sad, but I don't have a way around that one. So we get another armor blueprint. I don't believe anyone currently buys level 4 armor blueprints, so this is going to be money that I can't get, but 25k is nice. Keep in mind the gold key door costs a favor, which is minimum like 36k worth of an individual file, and often you have to pay more than that because you can't get exact breakpoints, so pretty clearly have paid for this at this point, which is good. Again, the whole team can yield. We know that you're going towards where all the things were tripped, so you're going towards the pressure sensor, towards the camera. You see even a corpse. You're still at 8. I forgot about coordinated charge, making that more awkward. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm in this kind of annoying spot now where it's just not what I want. So basically, do I want to go assault rifle? I think the answer is no. Like, if I hit you with assault rifle, you guys should get angry. And you've got a gun. And you count as spotted, and you count as spotted. And so I don't think I can reach, but like I also don't want them to like actually play in combat. I think I can shoot, but I just can't. And we're gonna kill them all this turn, so I'm just gonna go full auto here, but I can't shoot the wildfire. It would be like incorrect. And then I really can't line up on this guy. I can like reload the pistol, but I really can't. I can't like get back into cover for doing it, so I don't have any other gameplay here. I'm gonna save JTAC actually, because I think we're gonna get. Actually, no, I should JTAC. They have to step out here to get the shots. Yeah, I think that's fine. No one's in marker sight's range. It is what it is. You can end your turn. You did hear gunfire. Yep, you see the corpse. You're gonna walk up. You're still gonna end your turn there. Oh, the Slugger just did nothing on the turn. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Because it means that we can't. He's gonna have heard the gunfire and reported it, and we're not gonna get anything cool about it. Oh well. So it is time to get this kill then. It's just gonna be all assault rifles the whole time. We're gonna get a ton of escalation because of that. It is what it is. We're in JTAC. You're in strike zone. I would like to shred your armor, please. I didn't. That's not ideal. It should still be fine, though. Yeah, okay. I unfortunately can't get inside of JTAC and get 6 AP, so I'm basically choosing the buff. Actually, I have to get a lot farther to get it. Okay, I can't get... Well, I can't get it at all. Okay, the placement actually sucks for me. I have to go really far. Which is actually not that different because it's still JTAC plus like a pistol shot, and that's, you know, reasonable. It just means I don't get JTAC plus a single target assault rifle shot. Going for both I think is fine. At least you have higher initiative, and I'm pretty sure my hacker can help when really needed. Now I should be more cautious here. I need this kill. You need to die. Because your initiative is high, and I can't guarantee that the hacker gets it. But now you're dead. Again, we still have a bunch of gunfire reporting. We're going to get an escalation no matter what, but they're not alert yet, and some of us will win initiative, so it'll be okay. In fact, most of us did. Good news. All right, well, next turn you can start the optional hack. I'll need to make sure I can yield enough that I can hit rewind on him because he's missing most of his hacking talents right now. Okay. Reinforcing the same spot. That's totally fine with me. More AoE for the squad. They're in strike zone. Just kind of more of the same. That's totally okay. Actually, the only one they have is this. They literally have no other options available right now because I guess there's no security devices to turn high power. I mean, that's fine. I don't care. That's totally reasonable. As I said, we want to get this guy's tools back. This guy does need to die. I think full auto is reasonable here. The crit is nice, actually. I think otherwise these guys aren't going to get good vision on me, so I can actually yield and it'll be okay. I think that's acceptable. Yeah, for the whole crew, really. Alright, time for the hacker to do his hacking. The nice thing is we're going to get our kill target because of this. Okay. So, relatively chill. Probably going to null op that, or zero interrupt this if it's not too bad. I might, like, zero interrupt this and then, like, nuke the CPU. That's going to be a real possibility here. So, connection and connection stuff. Okay. Do it in that order. Yeah, okay, so 2 active on a trap. It is very likely I just zero interrupt. Tallying action is not horrible, but it's still going to be a really annoying thing to deal with overall, so I'm just going to zero interrupt and not deal with it. Double passive is chill. We can handle that. AP and issues have to kill both. That's fine. Scan again. And let's see. What are we looking for here? Oh, I should actually... Before I forget, I should... So what I could do, actually, is go down. I should spoof. I don't want an escalation yet. I'm kind of counting AP. I'm fine for now, but it's going to get a little bit tight pretty soon. Especially with things like this, but it's still okay. Okay, we've got traps and passive. That's very reasonable. So I can connect here. Now I'm safe. If you exit, relocate. If you download, be annoyed. If you download, be annoyed. Okay. And then to be AP efficient, I'm going to knock this down now because I can't download anyway. We get a nice, I guess it's level 1 vest, but sure. We get a stealth vest. And then... I don't have rewind back, and I'm not going to have null up back. I'm probably going to go for loading nuke next turn. I'll need to unload some of these programs in order to make space for it. But I'm going to go for nuke and use null up plus nuke to take down the CPU. Since I don't want to have to like scan and disable stuff from inside. And I'll load like scapegoat so that I can block some of the escalation from kills. That should be pretty reasonable, and then I'll load whatever's left and go for this. Nuke's going to cost me 260 IO, but that's going to be really reasonable. I'll have 300 left, which means I can easily reload everything else. Yeah, that should be totally fine. Alright, well, you're chilling. You should be done with this host next turn, which is good. And I do feel safe where I'm standing. I don't think I'm going to get attacked by these guys, so I can just sort of say, go ahead. This flag is finally moving. You found a dead guard. Okay. Okay, yep, you found more corpses, and now you're finally done. Good for you. Yep, you're useless. Ah, I got another one of these where my initiative is 10, which is really awkward, and that sucks. I'm going to bump code block so that code block can ditch back down to 6. I'm going to spend my 1 AP reloading my pistol. And I'm going to go hug this wall so I can't be seen as easily. So at least you're safe in case something goes weird. You can now safely delay behind the rest of these guards. You're going the backwards because you were not told by the A to do anything, so you're doing a normal patrol route. How about you? Okay, you were told by the AI, so you are going to walk in. Great. And then you were told by the AI, so you're going to walk in as well. You see some corpses. And this is the situation where you would actually want an urban assault for multiple targets. Do not have that here, of course, but this would have been where it's good. So, initiative challies. Yeah, worth noting, strike zone is gone. It's only on this guy, right? We aimed it pretty far back, so you rolled an 18. You rolled only a 16. And you're up there at 12. So, like, the only good initial roll is basically you, who's on the wrong side, and you, who's up close, then everyone else can go actually ahead. So, realistically, this means we should really be frying these people. You're the primary kill just because your initiative is good. You're just, like, in strike zone, so you're easy to kill. Then you're at 16, we can deal with that. That feels playable. I think hitting both is fine. My soldier will have no problem fighting. And, yeah, my 7 is going to be going good damage, good shred. I'm going to go for pistol instead of reloading because I want to get this kill, since their initiative is, like, you know, relatively soon. In fact, I'm going to go for bonus damage by going for Iron Grip here. It's going to be actually in the first shot, but mostly it's for the pure damage upgrade, so that these shots can do more damage overall. Does actually need the kill. That's totally fine. That's very reasonable. I don't feel like I need Overwatch. I'm expecting his initial roll to be good. In fact, it is. Okay, can I... Oh, interesting. Okay, so I have line of sight on you. And I guess I'll spend my 1 move point to go like this. That way I can have both of you in line of sight. That seems functional. I guess I'll marker sights you then, because it's free real estate. And I will Iron Grip after the first shot to get recoil back. So, really good crit there. Iron Grip for accuracy. And that's going to be a very easy kill. In fact, I'm not even going to go full auto. There's not a reason to, so... Actually, should I pistol instead then? Yeah, that's going to kill. So, I don't see a reason to waste assault rifle bullets if it's going to kill anyway. Thank you, crit strike. Obviously, I can't kill this guy until next turn. He's alerted, but his initiative roll is really low, so I don't care. I don't need to marker sights him because I'm really not in danger. Triggering this doesn't matter because they already know where I am. Can't shoot him anyway because, you know, this is my 1 action point remaining. And then you don't matter because you can, at worst, be told by the AA to act, but you're still not going to be able to shoot me. You're going to be too far away no matter what happens. So, yeah, I'm just going to stand here. He knows where I am. I don't care. I don't need to mark sight you because you're in strike zone and you're going to stay debuff for 3 turns. That reinforcement is not going to matter. It's too far away. Yes, they've all been told by the AA to act, but they're not going to reach me in time. As long as I make forward progress each turn, it's going to be okay. Again, my hacker's done hacking next turn. And, yeah, we're just going to be okay. So, of course, the entire map's been woken up. Very reasonable. Don't mind that. I do... man. So this is, by the way, this is a tactical surge turn. Now, again, I could simply say that I'm going to use up my AP, end my turn, and then get buffed later. I could also yield and get buffed now. When do I want tactical surge on, realistically? Do I want it for this turn or do I want it for a later turn? Considering that they're all going to converge on me, I think delaying and letting them converge is actually correct. These guys can't reach, so there's no rush here. But the other consideration is, like, who's getting this kill? It's probably the soldier. But again, still, like, as long as this guy dies, the whole team delaying is kind of correct. Somebody inside of JTAC, so... I'm still trying to, like, plan this out correctly, right? That's obviously kind of silly pathing, but whatever. Okay, what am I thinking of? What am I trying to do here, right? I am ideally letting you run to here, I'm letting you run to here, and I'm letting these guys run up and be useless. This guy has to make forward progress this turn. There's no way he's allowed to do anything about that. But I want to be in, so, like, just standing here is okay. Let's just kill. You're gonna hear gunfire, I don't care. You're still not gonna be able to shoot me, I don't really care. I think we take the reload and the turn, and it's next turn for tactical surge, and we get out. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so you ran the wrong way, basically. Okay, I don't care about you at all. Alright, well, they're all disabled. Take the download. I'm going to have to unload some programs in order to get through this. So let's unload Sleaze. So they need space for nuke. We'll unload Deception. Wow, I need them all gone? Oh, right, because I'm holding Decoy. So, okay, fine. This is not too bad because, like, realistically, I think it's still fine, personally. Yeah, let's load Nuke. Let's load Scapegoat. Let's go here. I'm gonna nuke at the start. That way, and then I think nuke into null op is correct here. Great. I can now load scan. I can spike the CPU. I have 200 IO to go. Right? That's going to be totally fine to load what I need to load. So we can unload nuke here. We got through the CPU. We have passive and trap to deal with. We've already deloaded decoy. That's fine. There's not going to be any escalations here. Exit the node, download access. Okay, easy stuff. We get our 3 downloads. Both hosts have been taken. And now you can run forward. Got to make sure I get a good run on a future turn. That's going to be very reasonable, I think. I do have security scramble back. Am I worried about what you guys are doing? Not terribly so. Yielding some still seems kind of reasonable, because I want to know exactly where this guy's going. So go ahead. What have you got? Yeah, okay, you're useless. Alright, well, initial rolls seem pretty decent. You're not really endangering me yet, so Yes, we'll get some more security information, but we knock this down. We are heading for this box, of course. I will stand there. Can we hit them both? Looks like yes. We need one more kill for the objective. That should be easy. We know where you're headed. I can't reload. I unfortunately walked too far forward. That was a mistake. I should have walked less far. But I'm also really, I feel like, happy to stand right here. That should be very functional, and you can end your turn. These guys back here cannot possibly reach me. I'm not worried about it. Yep, don't care about you. Yep, you're on the way. I don't care. All right, yeah, let's go forward progress as much as possible. Seems fine. Let's hug left wall. I think it's slightly safer. It doesn't really matter a ton. We're of course getting all our escalation now because we're, you know, people are reporting us. We're running through security devices nonstop, but it's fine. Okay. New movement for you, sure. Dispatching the people behind us to go intercept. Have fun with that one. They do have good initiative rolls, but they're not really in range of us, right? Like, they ran up. Good for you. We're not here. Hacker can pretty safely start running forward. You are running my way. 1, 2, 3, 4. By here, you won't have any action points left to, like, shoot with, so I don't really care about you. Okay. I think standing there is fine. Even if she sees me, I don't care. It can't hurt me, really. Unless I'm, like, miscounting action points or something, or, like, there's a debuff that, like, or a buff that, like, the game didn't tell me about. This isn't a problem. So, yeah, bring it. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see me, but you're out of AP. Yep. I should let you also move around, right? I'm not worried about you, so let's go ahead and, you know, bring it, basically. Nice, dude. Good hunt. All right. Again, I want to make sure I'm not getting spotted out by these guys behind me, so I've got to keep making progress each turn. So, you know, run to here. Seems functional. Seems like a reasonable marker sites target as well. Great. Yep. Decent enough accuracy. He's going to hear gunfire. I don't care. Get the shred. That's good. I guess you can just shoot this guy. Seems good enough. Down you go. Good job, buddy. Keep running in a straight line. These guys are still very, very far away. We can keep, you know, ignoring them. This kill is useful for getting rid of tally. That's generally a good thing. I think we should, like, basically not have more guards run into us, essentially. Yes, there's still going to be an escalation. Yes, there's still going to be these camera spotting. But I think this kill is functional and worth it. The one downside is the initiative roll. Well, nah. I mean, we can't guarantee this kill, but I think it's going to be likely okay. Yeah, especially with the full auto available here. This should be fine. Yep, okay. And with the kill, we get to buff everyone with Steamroll. This should magnet in reasonably well. Not the best loot, but it's loot. And so even though they're going to have a higher initiative roll than us, they're still too far away to catch me. There's really no way it's going to happen. Every escalation is reinforces because it's still the only option they have. The Street Sec AI... Oh, it's got a second permutation finally. I don't know if it's because devices have been turned off or if it's because we're security level 8. But, yes, they don't care. Another slag, another wildfire. But we've got enough damage here, right? Enemies are power level 8. And the power level 2 guns are okay. I mean, the Street Dragon is very, very good. But we've got so many stacked buffs that it just becomes easy. So, alright. That's 8 boxes. That's 2 hosts. And we finally got a mission with optional loot. And we got all of it. Good stuff. Go team. Good stuff. Go team. Alrighty. Well, we'll see what we get paid. We are getting the money from the secondary objective. That'll be nice. We could check for everything in the cold storage. Boxer, our hovercraft operator, gets a bit more powerful in the underworld and will in the future pay us more for missions. Okay, great. Yeah, a lot of stuff in the 8 boxes. Now keep in mind, we did inject 4 files from the Field Ops Center. So they're always at the bottom. They're always level 4s. And I believe they're actually always commons as well. So they're not that much money, but we can check like what the mind control brief and these like files are. We try to look them up. But you tend to get, you know, reasonably decent ones, which is nice. They also tend to really often be like mind control stuff. I don't know if it's like there's a specific set of files that are always here, but I tend to see the mind control stuff a lot when I use the inject files button. Otherwise, though, a lot of other stuff we can sell. Again, a lot of decent number of like armors and stuff. Matrix Downloads looks pretty decent. We got another scope. We got a vest blueprint. We got a few accounts, one of which is legendary. Decent number of files, one of which is legendary. So keep in mind, we're getting paid half for files like this, but we can check. The 2 mind control stuff that we got was mind control studies. Yeah, we got the brief, and I guess we just studies 1, right? So this is really 10k if we change the monster. Yeah, so it's like this was, right, this is 8k, but keep in mind that we're getting half paid, so it's actually 16k. And then we had 2 other things that are added as well that I kind of blanked what they were. It doesn't really matter, but it's like, yeah, okay, we got some decent money. It's cool. We had got this a little bit earlier in one of the other missions. It's half decent as well. Yeah, it's a little bit hard for us to mint some of the file sets. I guess for now it's okay. I believe this will still be level 1 no matter what. The game rounds down, so we can see it's level 1, and it stays level 1, so might as well use the weaker one. Mint that. Looking for ones that I, you know, could or couldn't actually craft. Looks like all these ones with like the grayed out bar, like I couldn't have minted them anyway because I never got the last piece, and so I never hit Gang Memes 2, even though I've got a bunch of Gang Memes 1 or whatever. I got the first piece of mind control studies. Okay, great. Yeah, we can start selling these, right? Make some money. Looking a bit nicer there. There we go. Recent committing alpha. Yep. Glad we built that. A lot of money. Thanks for the 200k, bud. That's half decent. That's half decent. Great. Well, we're rich. 400k. Feels good. Item blueprints. Just easily weaken common. Yeah, none of them are sellable. No one buys this stuff. Okay. Armors. We got a couple. Right. So I'm pretty sure we can't sell 4s. Nope. But yeah, stealth armor comes with plus initiative. We've got a heavy armor that comes with 0.2 action points and a decent amount of armor, but also minus move speed, minus initiative. We've got a stealth armor with comes with full auto damage and crit bonus. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, the armor quality is very poor, but I get plus initiative and plus damage. So at some point this is pretty craftable. Stealth tech vest. I would just never build this. Yeah, if you get you can't get shredded, but like, nah, dude. I guess also somebody for influence. Make somebody who buys armor mod blueprints a little bit stronger, which I mean reasonable here, right? Because buying level 5 armor or selling these level 5, level 4 armors is worthwhile. So here you go, Boxer. There's some influence for you. For Potato, my Wire Ghost, of course, he gets the legendaries. We could just sell these highest bidder. They don't matter. So that's everything I could like realistically sell on short notice that I wouldn't care about too much. Random safety save. I have money now, so I can start actually going for tasks again. So I'm kind of liking cold storage. I'm also kind of liking nano scrubber. I think we'll do both. I could, with a little bit more money, go for Underworld Hub 3. It's not the most important thing. One thing that's valuable, if you don't start with a sniper, level 3 lets you get the Underworld Hub contact, and this allows you to get a hover operator so that you can get 5 people on a battle strike. It is very hard to afford that by like power level 3. The battle strikes unlock at 2, sieges unlock at 3. It is very hard to get enough money in time for that. Not only do you get more money permission as power level goes up, but power level permission goes down, which means like PL0 is very fast, PL1 is very fast, PL2 is quite fast, PL3 is pretty fast, PL4 you get like 10 missions on and they all pay well. And so it's like, oh, it's very easy to get your legs under yourself at PL4 before PL5 happens. So like the early game rush is like a little bit difficult, and honestly the stuff unlocks pretty quickly. Anyway, yeah, so cold storage going up, barracks, no real need right now. Worth noting that I could look for new recruits. If I had tokens, I could look for new recruits. Again, I don't really feel like I need them, but it would be available. Anyway, yeah, we're still building the pistol. That's going to be done in 5 days. We're going to have the Q-gap spike on a map. We'll run that when it's available. That's fine here as well. One thing I'm actually considering here is this is due in 2 days, and I won't get a new token for 2 days 18. That's 2 days 12. I don't get one here for 3 days 12, which means there's nothing that's going to change before this mission is due. So, like, there's not really any reason to fast forward because, like, Rhino being back doesn't matter. I don't have a, trainer bench open or a detox bench open, whatever. None of my buildings are like, oh, if I only had money, I could upgrade them, right? There's nothing to really grab here. The only other consideration would be like, oh, is this somebody who's got under 80 influence? Nope. Okay, well, I can get him to like 100 if I get a bunch of kills, and that'll happen, by the way. He'll go to 100, and then he might give me, better cybernetics, but like, there's nothing really pending here, so there's no base management to do. I guess the final consideration would be like, okay, well, for this mission, of course, we buy the Matrix Snoop. We'll give Potato our 10k. We're gonna have the same 4 mercs. We can train them, so we might as well, spend some talent points here. We're not really heavily into Gunslinger. We've got this 1 point in Link Watch, which honestly I'd be willing to respec. But we're going for the Savagery Recruit comment. In fact, I would respec because then I would get the plus duration on Savagery. Unfortunately, I am not getting a... this is due in 2 days 12, and I'm not getting this token for... it's not telling me when the next token is it? I'm sure it's not within 2 days, is the thing. Oh, sorry, it's right there, 3 days. So there's no way to get him onto his new talents in time, so... Yeah, I mean, realistically, I guess what I could do is literally just choose to spend the talent point for now, and then know that I'm going to respec out of Link Watch in order to unlock everything else. So what I'm going to do then instead is either make Iron Grip a better precast, or I can just give a second Iron Grip charge. So I'm going to go for that. I think this is quite good. I'd rather have the Savagery duration, don't get me wrong, but going into here is reasonable. There's unfortunately also a, I guess it's a bug right now, where self-buffs like Recoup can't stack, and they're actually treated as buffs. So if you can get 2 charges of Recoup, if you crit twice in the same turn, you will not get anything from the second benefit. I think getting 1 action point, 1 move point is worthwhile. So like, spending 2 points to go here, getting the baseline crit chance, getting 1 point in Recoup, and being like, I've got it, cool. And then like acknowledging that getting +1 action point just functionally costs 2 points, because this will often not do anything. Then getting the 3rd action point is going to cost another 2 points, which is, I think, worth it, right? 2 points for Recoup, 2 points for Recoup +1, 2 coops, 2 points for Recoup +2. Another option is just going for Iron Grip 1, 2, 3. This last node is 10% ballistic pure damage upgrade, and these 2 nodes are both 25% less recoil generation, which means you precast this for 20% ballistic pure damage and 50% less recoil generation, and you're like, Savagery is going to be sick. I'm just going to do 2 full autos. It's going to be great. We'll let Recoup pop exactly once. I'll get my 1 move point, 1 action point. That means I can reposition and get, someone else in a range. If it costs me like 1 action point to get in range the first time, this pops, I refund that action point, I get a move point, I can spend another AP or move point to like get another full auto going. Attack them with this giant, 50% ballistic pure damage upgrade, like, we're just completely chilling, right? It's so good. Anyway, yeah, nothing else to really look at, right? We're PL4, we've got level 10, 11 guys. There will be new story content coming soon. I'm expecting to see, obviously, when I have money, I'll upgrade the clinic, that'll be fine. We're going to have Carnivore coming relatively soon. That'll be a big mission. Should be powerful enough to run that. For now, my hacker's in the trainer to be powerful enough to run that one and feel good about it. Sadly, we've been offered a CPU spike, which is not very useful, so this is kind of eating up one of our mission slots, sadly, but it is what it is. So, yeah, that's me. We'll be running this mission on the next save, or the next, here, I guess, let's not save scum. We'll just, like, tick this forward. Oh, we've been offered Cube Run. Okay, cool. I forgot about this mission. So, our Vanguard is like, hey, I've been working on a job, okay? So, Warner Braun has come in. They're setting up sites all over the city. We've got Cube Run. We've got a little heisty boo to go for here. We can delay it a fair bit, right? It's 25 days away. But we do have to run our secondary, our starting Vanguard in the mission for it to be eligible. Anyway, again, did we get it? Oh, sweet. We get loyalty. I mean, I'd rather have loyalty than tech. Tech is, it doesn't really matter. Tech is fine, but it's fun to take loyalty. Okay. Cool. So Henninger put the puzzle pieces together. Headhunters are now finally on the way. So we just got a bit more interesting missions available for us. I don't believe they are eligible to join on story missions, but for missions such as this proc-gen mission, and by the way, with having this much heat, the chance of them hitting is very, very high, because heat affects headhunter chances. Fun stuff there. So, cool. Cube Run's been offered. Headhunters are on the way. Great. Rhino made some friends. Origami Joe has gained some influence. He now owes us some favors. So the nice thing is, because he owes us 3 favors, we can spend favors during his limit break. And by using that, we can try to ensure that we bump, like, imported weapon mods to level 4 or something. It is functionally non-random if he's going to be next in order because his influence is up being 100. And whatever he's offering, it's going to be those 3 no matter what. But at least we can hopefully get something cool. All right, so again, whatever, we'll make our save. Well, let's go down to 0 hours because there's no real reason not to. There's nothing really pending ahead of us. Yep, if we let it tick, it will be sad. We do have an underhold token. Not that we're going to use it for anything because there's no legwork due. Right, so last thing we're going to do is be like, do we want to use tokens on Atrium Run or Cube Run? We need Matrix level 3 or Hack Station level 3 to get all the data nodes. This is worthwhile, right? Getting Hack Station level 3 in order to do these for story missions is useful. This doesn't do very much, but these are fine. Damage and armor, not useful for Cube Run. So the other option here is to be like, oh, let's inject accounts into the Matrix host. Let's get some free money. And I'm kind of down for that. I'm down for free money. We only have 1 token, but injecting money instead of like, the other option is like, you know, give my hacker some AP and IO. I'm down for the inject accounts. We'll get some free money there. For the field ops token, so I happen to know that Cube Run, actually, if you look at the command issue, it'll tell you, Cube Run is a 2-stage mission, which means any passive stage, any passive leverage, will apply for both, right? Like Hot Drop will apply at the start of each stage. Deadline, not really needed right now. Enemies have minus armor for 2 turns. That'll apply each stage. Nanoflake applies each stage. This is very, very unlikely to ever show up, but you can, in fact, force NBS cubes on stuff. I think this is almost only for story missions. I basically never see this in my like high power level saves where I'm just chaining proximity missions together. We can, of course, throw on move speed and move point. We can throw on even more with an active. I've never used this. It's probably decent, but I just kind of never use it. The other option, of course, just is go here and say, hey, I'd like to make this mission a little bit nicer. Turning off security devices, pretty decent. I'll give it some thinking. I'm not really sure if I want this or not, but I may or may not have leverage for the next mission. So that's going to be me. That's going to be the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for the Atrium Run, followed by probably Cube Run, while my secondary hacker is still in the bench. So see you next time. Bye-bye.